Welcome back to the 9th Gym program, and today we're doing another episode of Team Build and Battle, but today's going to be a little bit different of a Team Build and Battle. Today we are building around Pokemon for the Players Cup 3. So Players Cup 3 is coming up. It's like less than 2 weeks away. It's very close. It's the 14th, today is the 4th, so we're very close. And I haven't been doing a lot of testing for this. I have been testing a little bit, you know, a couple of good teams here and there, a couple of teams that were doing well, couple of teams that I saw at events and stuff. So yeah, but today I'm going to be making a pretty, you know, a little different team than what you're seeing currently in the meta too much. So as you can see here, we already have a basic core. So pretty much the idea here is going to be, this is going to be the weakness policy. So we're going to mix it up. Instead of Tyranitar weakness policy, we're going to have Excadrill weakness policy. And then here we're going to have Choice Scarf. Fast Tyranitar, and that's going to be kind of the idea here. This is still going to be Sandrush. So we're going to have double speed. We're also going to have hopefully double attack and double attack, and it'll be a good time. So then we have Thundurus here with Defiant, because it's, you know, pretty expected to see a lot of Intimidate in this format. We have, you know, both Incineroar and Landorus very heavily played in the format, so having Defiant on the team would be really good. It also gives us a flying type Pokemon, because we are weak to ground across the board with our these Pokemon. And then we have the Grimmsnarl here, Light Clay, Grimmsnarl, nothing too wild there. Prankster, of course, but we're gonna have Light Screen and Protect. This is, or not Light Screen and Protect, Light Screen and Reflect. So that's kind of the idea for our Grimmsnarl here as well, to kind of just mimic like common like Regielekis, but instead of having Regieleki, since we already have electric typing here, I kind of just didn't want to double up as much as possible. I know that we're doubling up on Dark, but shut up, it's fine. So yeah, that's the play. So we have Excadrill and Tyranitar, we have Thundurus and Grimmsnarl. That's going to be the set today. So I am going to go a little bit more in depth on Calcs today. So this is the team that I've been playing a good bit of. You know, it's not too crazy, or it's a very good team, but it's not very, like, it's very generic is what I should say. But this is the team that I've been doing, and I calculated the spread yesterday. And it's very solid for screens. Behind screens, you have 220 HP, 212 defense, and 68 special defense. This hits a lot of things in the meta, or it takes a lot of hits from things in the meta. Celesteela, Life Orb can live. Glastrier can live, or it can live from like Heavy Slam, Glastrier, Max Steel Spike, Heavy Slam from Celesteela. You have a lot of things. Tapu Fini +1 Max Starfall. From a offensive build with Calm Mind. So like there's a lot of things that the Grimmsnarl lives with, Light Clay and like defensive spreads. So that's kind of the big idea there. I do kind of want a ghost type Pokemon on the team actually, which sounds kind of weird. But to break Brick Break, to stop Brick Break, because our kind of the whole meta, or the whole idea of this is to start Grimmsnarl, have both, you know, set up screens so that our Excadrill can take no damage and weakness policy, and then just max and do a lot of stuff. You know, and it has both ground and steel, obviously, since they're stab, to make our Tyranitar very bulky with Choice Scarf Rock Slide. So that's kind of the entire idea of the team. So we're going to have high horsepower here, and then we're going to have our other two attacks, Iron Head and Rock Slide probably. It doesn't get a fighting type move, right? Or does it get Brick Break? I might use that actually, because then we can buff up our attack from the Excadrill and Tyranitar. And I'm thinking of it more, but like also having Rock Slide, I don't know what I want the most actually, because Rock Slide is also very good for this Pokemon to have. Because Rock Slide's good, but it also has, you know, what can't I talk? The ability to reset the weather. So that's kind of what I'm going for there. Reset weather, and then supplement stats, and then protect. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to go for yet here, but I think Rock Slide's pretty safe, but we do already have the coverage, and so yeah, I don't know, but I think Rock Slide's probably pretty good for it. Now, for the spread, we are going to be calculating a little bit. So let's go over to Jake White GitHub, and let's get started on this stuff. Also, is this updated? It is. That's perfect. Okay. Excadrill. Cool. Everything is updated. Okay, so Excadrill, we are going to have a pretty defensive spread while still putting a lot into our attack, and then getting this to 107. So I don't even know if we need any supplement. We don't. Okay, perfect. So we can just focus on attack and then bulk other than that. So with screens and Dynamax being, you know, partial to that. So Dynamax it. We have zero defensive calcs so far, so let's go ahead and add as much defensive calcs as we possibly can, right? So, what are the biggest things in the meta that hit this thing? Well, we have Incineroar, which is pretty bad. You know, that's the biggest Pokemon currently used in the meta. You know, so that's a thing. Okay, so we'll make sure we live Incineroar, but I'm pretty sure we'll live Incineroar pretty easily. So we have Flare Blitz from 4. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about that. You know, taking 60 to 70% of damage is a lot, but it's not something that's too big of a deal. We have Tapu Fini, setting up with that 204 special attack is currently the most used with Modest. So I'm just going to make sure that we're living these attacks. +1 from Calm Mind. It goes to 108, so that's ridiculously powerful. So this is +1 from Calm Mind. I'm making sure you guys can see that. Okay, +1 from Calm Mind, and then 204 plus is the most used on Pikalytics right now, and Max Geyser is, you know, Max Geyser. So we're just gonna go ahead and invest a little bit into our special D, you know, a little bit here and there. Make sure that we live that pretty easily, because that is something that I would like to live. Yeah. So, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm making sure to spread it pretty evenly between HP and the special D, just so that we can get, you know, a lot of mileage off of that. And then max this out, one more, and then boom, we're living. And then, yeah, that's pretty good. So then we'll talk about our physical defense here in one moment, but that is behind no screens, guaranteed to hit KO for that. So that's pretty good. To be behind screens and for it to have Calm Mind is pretty likely. For both of those, because if they lead the Tapu Fini, which is most likely a good lead against our team, then, you know, it could be problematic. So we'll like definitely want to have screens up, because Tapu Fini is really strong against the team. So we live Tapu Fini pretty easily. Now let's look at some physical Pokemon. We already have that down. We have the Incineroar down pretty easily. Incineroar isn't meant to do a lot of damage here. Glastrier is a big one. So Glastrier, let's make sure we can live this. At least like Life Orb. So 252 there in Brave with Life Orb. Let's see if we can live Life Orb. Ground type attack, so high horsepower. Non-stab though, which is good. Max is doing 84 to 100 with that. So that's actually very, very good for us. So yeah, so 252 plus, attack Life Orb, Glastrier, Max Quake into our 132 HP. Dynamax Excadrill only has a 6.3% chance to OHKO. So we'll just add a little bit of special, or not special attack, physical defense, and boom, we're good. So that makes it pretty easy. And then we'll just add the 4 to the speed. Like, that looks like a pretty good spread for me. Obviously, you know, we're not taking like, we're not taking the best precautions for defense. So if this was weakness policy proc, then it would be pretty bad. But I think that's okay. Because like I said, you know, we're not going really for that. Actually, no, physical defense is really good to have. We have max steel spikes. It's probably fine. So yeah, let's look at the other physical type Pokemon, or physical attacking Pokemon that really, really do a lot of damage. Lando T is another good one. So we'll check that really quick. Lando T, default set, probably just attack. Yep, that's what I want. Choice Scarf is kind of weird on it, but it's okay. Earthquake is doing a lot of damage. So this is one, this is an example of something we have to be behind screens for, unless we want to, you know, sacrifice a lot of our physical attack. And I don't really want to. I kind of want that to be maxed. Although we are weakness policy, so we probably don't need that to be, you know, we probably don't need that. But I wanted it. So that's what I'm going to do. So it's fine. So we're going to go with this calc. Because it still seems that behind like Reflect, we're still fine for all of these attacks. You know, physical attacking Pokemon still are not too big of a threat. They're not too big of a threat behind the Reflect. So that's what we're going to go for. This is the or the spread we're going to use. 132 HP, 252 attack, 4, 116, 4. So, I already have to look back at that. Oh, my memory is terrible. 132, 252, 4, 4, and the rest into specialty. Boom. And then we're going to go adamant here as well. So, looking pretty good there. We're at 109 speed, which is enough to outspeed, you know, a lot of the guys under the Sand Rush. So, that is pretty good. So, let's go ahead and work up a bit of a Tyranitar spread as well. So, speed is given. We want to be really, really fast. Probably as fast as possible with this. And, yeah, so Jolly Nature, 124 times 1.4 or times 1.5. So let's go ahead and pull out my handy dandy calculator because I don't want to quick math it. So 124 times 1.5 gets us to 186, which is pretty fast. You know, fast enough in the meta, outspeeding a lot of stuff. Cinderace, Dragapult, Regieleki, all still outspeed. So that is a little unfortunate. There's no way to get us any faster than that as well. So 124 plus Choice Scarf gets us a pretty fast Rock Slide and faster than a lot of stuff in the meta. We could even bring a Tailwind Pokemon on the team too. You know, leading Grimmsnarl and plus like Tailwind, or Grimmsnarl plus like one more like bulky Pokemon. So we could have like Incineroar here on the team. We are enforcing our weakness to ground by doing that, but I think that's probably okay. But at the same time, I don't really want to bring into like a team that has multiple grounds type Pokemon, like a Grimmsnarl and Incineroar lead with Excadrill, Tyranitar in the back, because then we're kind of just like very, very weak to ground. So Incineroar doesn't really like jump out at me too much. We could also bring Lando, but then, you know, we're doubling up on all of our typings. You know, we already have ground here and we already have flying here, so I don't really want Lando either. But, you know, an Intimidate Pokemon isn't needed on the team. We just want a kind of defensive backbone, and those Pokemon just help out a little bit because they in themselves is a defensive Pokemon because, you know, you have things like Parting Shot, Snarl, and Intimidate, of course. So you have like a lot of different ways to supplement that with those. So I am looking for like a pretty bulky Pokemon that we're not like doubling up weaknesses with. So, I mean, Moltres is a pretty good example, but we do want to max Excadrill, or Thundurus like 100% of the time. So, yeah, bulky Pokemon. Metagross is pretty bulky. I don't really want any more physical attackers because we already have, like, 3 for our main Pokemon. Bulky. Nihilego is cool, actually. Nihilego could be good. We are doubling up on rock typing, but that's fine because that just kind of adds to the hyper offense team. You know, you have like that on lead with like Grimmsnarl and you set up screens and then just like Meteor Beam things. That could be really good. But then we are pretty weak to like Dragapult teams, but that could be like a very good lead for Excadrill T-Tar. Does this get like U-turn or anything? I don't think it does. All right. That would be cool. That would be pretty cool to just like have a move that gets us out of there. But it's fine. Rock Slide. What weird moves does this get? Does it get Snarl? It does get Snarl? Oh, I kind of want to use Snarl. Because then on this lead, it could be like really good. So this could be like a mix attack spread actually. Because like if we lead this into an Intimidate, then we can still just like throw out Snarls and stuff like that. It could be cool. That could be cool. That's something to keep in the pocket. We are definitely going to use Lash Out though. And then I think I'm going to go Snarl. Actually, because I mean we're Choice Scarf anyway. So I might as well bring some like utility moves to the table, and then we can just bring like, you know, the normal superpower. That could be good. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. I have not decided yet. We're gonna go probably like this. It's probably lame. Maybe into like our physical defense. It's probably fine. We could go like a little bit into, well, so I really want my physical attack to be very strong, but I do kind of want this guy bulky, and with +1s from Iron Head and high horsepower that are very, very fast because we're doubling our speed, does kind of work and will probably get us set up really, really well. So we could go for like some defensive spreads. Excadrill. Let's look at one more thing for Excadrill real quick now that I think about it, because Urshifu is super big in the meta and I want to make sure I can live that pretty easily. So 252 attack. And item, we'll go for the choice band just because we do the most damage and that's the safest for calcs. And then close combat. And it would usually be like Jolly Nature. Wow, no damage at all. That's Reflect. So without Reflect, We're still not taking that much damage. Is that even right? 252 attack. That's no choice band. Where's the choice band? Oh, it's max. That's a max attack. Okay, I was going to say, that doesn't sound right. Okay, with Reflect, we can live. Meanwhile, without Reflect. So, against, like, this doesn't feel like a lead almost ever. So, Thundurus Grimmsnarl lead is really good. But then we don't have our max Excadrill. So, honestly, like, Thundurus doesn't even really work that well unless we have back Pokemon that are really good for the, like, just back Pokemon, are good back Pokemon. So we could have Rillaboom, G-Max, and Incineroar, but then we're all physical. And I don't really want all physical team, because then, you know, a Wild Celesteela could just, like, plus itself infinitely. So I don't really want that. Rillaboom doesn't sound like a terrible idea. I'm kind of leaning Nihilego, because Nihilego is a Pokemon that we can have on lead with Grimmsnarl that doesn't have to do anything weird. It can just attack with Power Herb. So I kind of like that. Power Herb, Beast Boost. Grimmsnarl, I'm not going to lie, Thunder Wave could be really good. But I think, like, we're going to be setting up screens, like, 100% of the time. Maybe Taunt could be good on here as well. So maybe we'll go for Taunt instead of Protect for now. And just see, like, where we go from there. Nihilego. Wow, we're far into this video now. I'm going pretty in-depth into this one. So Nihilego, we have Power Herb. I already said that. Meteor Beam. Power Gem. Sludge Bomb, and Protect, because that will be pretty basic for this, but also good. So we'll go as fast as possible, being timid speed or timid nature as well, and then special attack and 4 into HP. We could go into our physical defense. This is a very physically non-defensive team, by the way, which is kind of weird. So we'll have Reflect. Nihilego will be pretty frail, but break us into this immediately. But another thing, this is once again just showing off our weakness to ground. So I don't really want Nihilego, man. Oh, man, this is starting to get tough. It's starting to get pretty tough. We could add Rotom Wash. That could be good. It gives us new coverage, although it does give us another electric weakness. But, I mean, those are weird electric weaknesses that don't have ground weaknesses. It's weird, man. I'm trying to think of what else we can have. We could maybe put Weezing on the team with the Regigigas Weezing combo. That could work. Gastrodon sounds kind of cool on the team. Grimmsnarl Nihilego or Grimmsnarl Thundurus seems like a good lead. Thundurus doesn't really feel like it fits here that well, because it's like a max turn 1. I want the Excadrill T-Tar in the back. I'm going goodbye Thundurus. We're gonna bring Rotom Wash instead. I think Rotom Wash brings a little bit more to the table. First off, it gives us Levitate as well, but it also gives us Water instead of the Flying attribute. And then we don't also really want another, like, we don't really need Flying on the team, because Max Airstream, like, what are you going to Max Airstream up the Grimmsnarl that then dies and doesn't really do anything else? So I kind of do think Rotom Wash brings a little bit more to the table. Also, then we're, like, not locked into kind of Dynamaxing, because, like, what does Thundurus do if it doesn't Dynamax? It doesn't do that much. So, yeah, all it really does is deter Intimidate from, like, lead. But I don't really want to lead Excadrill T-Tar anyway. And if we lead Grimmsnarl plus Nihilego or Grimmsnarl plus Rotom, then it's fine. Like, then we don't care about the guy intimidating us anyway. Okay, so let's go into this. So this is going to be a pretty bulky subset. So I want another bulky Pokemon. Maybe Tapu Fini. Actually, maybe Tapu Fini over Rotom, because then we can't get burned. Then we don't have... Then we'll need a Flyer. It can't be Moltres either. Okay, so we're going Tapu Fini. This gives us more value, and then I do want maybe a Levitate Pokemon. Cresselia is an option, giving us a Trick Room, you know, like, thing, but we don't really want Trick Room unless we keep Excadrill out of... Oh! Actually, that seems kind of insane. Then we're at 109 speed. Our team is really, really mid-speed. With the Tapu Fini, Grimmsnarl, Excadrill, and a Trick Room... Excuse me, Trick Room option, which is Cresselia. Alright, I think I like this core at the end, actually. Because then we can have Grimmsnarl, Cresselia, Grimmsnarl, Tapu Fini, Grimmsnarl, Nihilego core. Or even we can go, like, Cresselia, Tapu Fini on lead with Excadrill, Tyranitar, and back. Could be good. And then we could also have like Cresselia in the back to give like to skill swap the Levitate over to our Excadrill. Or even Tyranitar. Or Nihilego. Skill swap doesn't work through Protect, right? Like on our own Pokemon. That would be really cool if it did. I mean, obviously. We'll have Icy Wind as another form of speed control as well, because right now we only really have the Excadrill. And actually this would be a very weird Pokemon. So we'll have Skill Swap, Icy Wind, Trick Room, and probably like Psychic, right? Because not Psyshock. So yeah. And then this will just be, I guess, a Pinch Berry, you know? So like, whatever. It's probably fine. We'll go, yeah, a Guava Berry, and then we'll have this one on Wiki as well. So this only gives us one ground immunity, which is kind of bad. So if we go Grimmsnarl, Nihilego lead, we have no power other than these in the back. So it kind of makes us so we need these. So I kind of do want one of these to be like a more offensive Pokemon. But Cresselia can't really be one. So I don't know. This almost seems too defensive-y in the back. So I don't really want the Cresselia. Tapu Fini with the Grimmsnarl is fine. And then we have bulky spread Excadrill as well. For like a more bulky backbone. So let's think about this for a second. So no doubling up. We need a flying type Pokemon, I think. I think flying is good. Special. No doubling up on types preferably. We already doubled up on types a lot. We already have double rock, double dark, and yeah, that's already like a lot of doubling up. Our team is not weak to ice, so we could go for something like Lando. But then we are doubling up on ground, but it's ground flying, which makes it a little bit weird. I don't think Lando T is actually that bad on this team. It's another Pokemon that doesn't have to Dynamax. It could Dynamax if need be. All right, so the last team member is really throwing a bit of a wrench into the plan. You like that term? It's not working. It's not really working. So we're just gonna add this for now, and just see where it goes. You know, we'll test this team. If I like the team and if I like the idea, then we'll definitely like trade around some stuff, right? Like we'll have like Grimmsnarl and Nihilego. Now we have like more, like now we have multiple routes, so we can go Grimmsnarl and Nihilego, Tapu Fini, Lando if I don't want to bring the Excadrill T-Tar. So that's kind of the idea here, is that these would be really strong. We could bring even Kartana, in theory, as the last Pokemon as well. That could be really good too. It doesn't give us that. It doesn't give us another immunity though, which is unfortunate. Or an immunity to ground, which is a little unfortunate, but it's okay. So we'll go Earthquake, Fly, Rock Slide. Do we need more Rock Slide? I don't really need more Rock Slide. It's fine. It's fine for now. In U-turn. And then we're just going to go attack speed. So that's done. Now we'll just have to finish out our Tapu Fini set. And I'm actually just going to nab an old set real quick. Because we're so far into the video. Where am I? I don't use Tapu Fini very frequently. Okay. Alright. Fair enough. I'll just take this 252 set for it. That's fine. Why am I not using Tapu Fini ever? I don't know. I don't like the guy that much, to be honest. All right, so this is what we're working with. It has some obvious flaws with a lot of overlapping of types. Not a lot of ground weakness, which is I think one of the worst things about this core now. Is that we actually have a lot of good ground type Pokemon instead of just Excadrill, and like maybe Gastron's like an okay one. So we'll have to do that. You know, we'll test. Oh no! Oh, are you kidding me, dude? My thing. Oh, my proxy network thing came up, and then I clicked off of it, and I clicked. All right, well, give me a second because that really sucks. All right, we got the spread back. That was really annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're gonna validate the team. It's valid. Yeah. I'm like 30 minutes in recording this, so this is a long episode. Sorry if you don't like the long episodes, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll do our battles now, and then we'll end the video. Honestly, I might not even do battles for like these ones that are really, really long, because it's an extremely long video. And yeah, the team has some obvious flaws, but it's okay. It's all good. Let's pull it up and win some games. All right, so we're in it. We got a weird team, for sure. We got Luxray, Hydreigon, Hippowdon, Vanillix, Blastoise. Honestly, this would look like an in-game team if I was online on, like, you know, Sword and Shield. You know, with Entei as well. I'm not going to sleep on it, though, because there are some weird picks, but you know what? It's fine. Entei's good. Luxray is cool. Vanillix is cool. So, I don't know how badly I want to bring Tyranitar Excadrill into this right now. He has a lot of, he has a couple of weathers. One of them is good for us, obviously. So, I don't know what I really want. Nihiligo's not a bad lead, it feels like. It outspeeds everything on his team except, like, Hydreigon if it's Scarfed. Yeah, I think Nihiligo seems good. I think Grimmsnarl Nihiligo seems really good, actually, with just Meteor Beam. You know, there's not too much physical pressure. You know, Hippowdon's kind of annoying. Luxray is kind of annoying. So, yeah, we'll set that up. And then I think we'll just bring Tyranitar and Excadrill in the back, and I think that'll be fine. So that's going to be our lead. Let's see how it goes. So Luxray and Vanillix. So that's pretty weird. But it's okay. Intimidate doesn't do anything. Actually, Vanillix isn't Snow Warning. What is this? Weak Armor? Is he going like a weird, like a Luxray Weak Armor Vanillix? That sounds kind of cool. Too bad I'm going to just Meteor Beam it. What should I hit? The Luxray? Vanillix is going to be special attacking. So yeah, we'll hit Luxray and we'll just set up a Reflect. Maybe I should go Light Screen, but I'm kind of scared. No, we'll just set up a Light Screen. It's fine. Okay, so he switches to Hippowdon, which does actually have the Sandstream, which is pretty interesting. We set up our Light Screen, and now we're attacking Luxray. We didn't knock it out, actually. Wow. How did it not knock it out, actually? How bulky is Luxray? How bulky are you, Luxray? That's crazy. So he actually set up Psychic Fangs, too, which is pretty ridiculously strong. Props to you, bro. All right, so he doesn't have any. He has Levitate. He has the Levitate. So he could Max Quake the Luxray. All right, we're gonna Max Quake the Luxray. If he does the thing, then if he switches into Hydreigon, he does it, but he didn't, so it's okay. Take out Luxray. Hippowdon. What does Hippowdon do? Actually, Body Press, Excadrill. Cool. Activate our Weakness Policy. We're now big, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. You know, we have Reflect up. We will set up Light Screen this turn if he brings out, like, Blastoise or something. Pretty good. Or Hydreigon. So it's almost inevitable that he has one in the back. Okay, so he just scooped. Oh, well. It's okay. The Luxray, hey, man, the Psychic Fangs knocking out my Nihiligo while Nihiligo didn't knock out his Luxray. It did get me. Anyway, let's look at this team. So, yeah. Colossal. Rillaboom. Tauros. Both the boys, both the cool guys, and the Clefable. Alright, so Clefable got some weird stuff. We could just see like a Tornadus Thundurus lead. So I don't really want to lead my Lando into it, even though Lando seems like a pretty powerful lead against his team. Other than, actually no, it's a very, very powerful lead against his team. So we're just going to lead Grimmsnarl and Nihiligo again, I think. Nihiligo isn't really threatened by anything. Grassy Glide would suck. Grassy Glide would suck, so we'll protect if that's the case. Actually, you know what? Reflect Nihiligo can probably live that. I'm not sure. We could even bring Tapu Fini in the back to reset that during the next turn and then just attack it. I'm going to do that. It's not the best, probably, but I'm going to do it. And then we'll bring Lando in the back because I don't really want to bring one piece of the two. So we'll see if this, you know, gives us a little bit of footing. So he does lead Thundurus and Clefairy, or the Clefable. So Clefable is interesting to see, actually. We do outspeed... Wait, no, Thundurus outspeeds us by 1. No, actually by a little bit more than 1, but it does outspeed us, so that is a little unfortunate. So we'll go ahead and Reflect and switch into, I guess, the Lando. No, not Lando. It's rough. We actually... I feel like we flubbed this pretty hard. So we'll go to Reflect, and we'll switch to Tapu Fini. That's really all we can do. I don't think he'll Wild Charge the Nihiligo. I feel like he's probably going to Max Airstream the Grimmsnarl. If I had to guess what he was going to do here. And then I don't really know what Clefable's doing right now. Like, what does Clefable do, like, in the game? You know? Like, have people been using Clefable? I haven't seen it. Alright, so switching to Tapu Fini, he does Max. Let's see if he whips out a Thunder into it. He actually followed me, which is pretty normal. Max Knuckle the Grimmsnarl, we live that really, really easily. And yeah, now our Tapu Fini is in a little bit scary of a place. We do have, like, I think we just have to wait out this game and then pull out Nihilego later. But the Thundurus is really, really strong, actually. Like, the Thundurus is insane against our team. So I could, like, I mean, we have nothing now, right? We might as well taunt the Clefable and protect this turn. See, you know, scope out if he's just going to max Thunder into it, which I would assume he would. Helping Hand max Electric definitely seems like the best move that he could do. Okay, Knuckles again. Okay. Yeah, still Grimmsnarl's up. That's fine. We'll go ahead and set up our light screen now since it's about to die. And we can Calm Mind. So let's see if the Thundurus attacks the Tapu Fini, because if not, we can Calm Mind, set that up, and then next turn we can Dynamax into it and just do like a lot of damage. Although at this point, Tapu Fini will be taking a lot of damage as well. So he'll probably just take out the Tapu Fini. Clefable attacks the Grimmsnarl, but he actually attacks the Grimmsnarl once again. So that's pretty okay with me. Like, that's fine. I should have brought our we definitely could have brought the team in the back, right? Instead of this, because this is really rough now. Yeah, it's really not looking good. Thundurus kind of just kills everything that I have. Really wish I had like Follow Me, but it's okay. We'll Meteor Beam into the Thundurus, and then we'll also go for, I could max now. We could Calm Mind again. What do I want to do? Muddy Water, try to hit the accuracy, but then we'll make him even stronger. This is a rough play. So either way, we have a 30% chance to lower a stat. I think we just have to hope that he doesn't attack the Nihilego. So we'll just protect this turn. Hope he doesn't attack the Nihilego. If he does, then we lose. Oh wait, we outsped? Why did we outspeed? Actually, wait, why? He's not using max speed? Alright, well, that doesn't seem good, but okay. Alright, well, that instantly put us into a pretty good position, I think. You know, giving up our Grimmsnarl, but we still have a couple of turns. Only one left of Reflect, which is pretty unfortunate. Intimidate not doing anything at this point, which is really good. And now I think we just Dynamax. Because we outspeed Tauros. No, we probably don't, actually. Yeah, we're going to protect this turn. And I think Tauros maxing is, or Tapu Fini maxing is kind of the play. Yeah, I think that's the play. So we're gonna, what should we do here? Starfall doesn't really do anything. Geyser sets up, yeah, we'll just Geyser the Tauros. Because Tauros is the only thing that's like kind of scary right now to the Nihilego strategy. Wow, why did he close combat into it? I had a free turn. Oh well. I had a free turn to do whatever I wanted with that Nihilego. Oh well, it happens, it happens. Taunt is gone now, so now we have to attack the Clefable, which is okay with me. It's fine. We will Sludge Bomb it. And it actually attacks before the Tapu Fini, so we'll just throw out another Geyser into the Tauros. Actually, so we're gonna Sludge Bomb the Clefable, and we're gonna Starfall the Tauros. Because our terrain's already gone, so I just want to have the terrain back. It doesn't give us much because I don't think the Clefable has, you know, like any form of Will-O-Wisp or anything that could like potentially do us in status-wise. He's down to 5 seconds left. Let's see if he disconnects. Okay, so he close combat's an Nihilego, which I thought would have actually done a little bit more damage, but we do have Reflect up still. And actually Clefable doesn't get knocked out, so that's a little unfortunate. It is what it is, though. Let's see the Dazzling Gleam, and he left. Okay. All right, well, that proved to be pretty good. I don't want this video to be unbelievably long. It's probably already going to be almost half hour, if not half hour, maybe even longer. So we're going to end the video here. But I think the team actually proved to be pretty well. I'm definitely going to mess around with it a little bit more, change up some stuff. Maybe the Sand Core isn't as strong as I was thinking it was going to be. But, I mean, the rest of the team is just very standard, very good stuff. So it'll be fine. Anyway, that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Makes a huge difference. You know, like 30% of people are subscribed to me, so or like 30% of people ever are subscribed to me. No, that'd be crazy. 30% of people that watch my videos are subscribed, so you should subscribe. It makes a big difference. All the links plugged in the description down below, you know, Twitter, Twitch, Discord, stuff like that. So yeah, good luck to PC3 coming up. If you do well, let me know. If I do well, you'll definitely see. So yeah, bye.